So as the title states, this video might be just a little bit different. There'll be no negotiations in this video, but what I will talk about is about the operating costs of my business. And the reason I want to do this is because over the years, and especially the last few months, I've been getting a lot of emails and even phone calls directly asking me if I do consulting. I guess a lot of people are possibly interested opening similar style of business and trying to do something like this, like a resale shop that I'm doing. So I really don't do any consulting. I mean, I'm glad to answer a few questions if somebody calls, but I don't want to be that guy that it's like, yeah, I'm gonna, step by step tell you what to do, because every situation, every business is a little bit different. But at least by me making a video like this, I can shed a little bit of light on it, what it cost me to operate a store like you guys see on these videos, every time I post a video. So I'm gonna break down everything from, what does it cost me to have employees, what does it cost to rent this place, and all the other things that are associated, all the utilities and other different costs. I'll break it down. That way, whoever wants to get into something like this will have at least a semi-good idea what would it cost them to operate a business like this, and that like an initial investment. I will talk about that a little bit too. So let's get into this video. I think should be pretty interesting for some of you. There we go. Now I'm in a frame. Say hello. Say hello to everyone. So this is Miss Walters. This is my daughter's bird. She's an African gray, lovely bird, and she talks non-stop. Today is Sunday. I'm usually never here on Sunday, except maybe I come in just to feed the animals, make sure they have food and water, clean their cages and things like that. But today I'm doing something different. I'm doing a facelift, a little facelift. So you guys see most of the time this counter here, these counters, we interact with the customers here, right? And this wall is always blasted with my stuff, Craigslist Hunter stuff that you guys send me over the years. And we recently updated these counters. We had one like this big one here that was beat up. We had it for 10 years and it was so good, so solid, that I decided to upgrade it with two of them, brand new ones, in this gray color and this solid. These are islands. These are actually from, believe it or not, these are from IKEA, and everything from IKEA is super cheap, always falls apart, but not these. They're actually pretty expensive, but worth every dollar. So I put these counters in here. Now I'm repainting this wall, and of course today is Sunday. That's really the only day I can do this because we are closed on Sundays. So I started cutting already. It's gonna have a nice gray color, same as these. And I almost finished cutting around with the paint, and now I'm gonna roll it out. So I'm gonna give a nice facelift to this and then hang all the stuff back, stuff that I got from you. But you know what I'm excited about? This. I came in today to do this job, right? And on the counter right here is this little plastic container with chocolate chip cookies. Chocolate chip cookies, they're perfect, they're fantastic. Whoever brought them in after I left yesterday, and the guys left them here on the counter for me, these are unbelievable. I mean, seriously, and I need some sugar right now. Right, Miss Walters? Now, Miss Walters doesn't like them, but Ruby, oh boy, that she loves these chocolate chip cookies. Where are you going? Where are you going? You want a cookie? No, you didn't like these, I know. But Ruby loved these. Ruby. So anyway, once again, I want to say thank you. Whoever brought these in, these are fantastic. I love them. I really appreciate it. I'll show you guys when this is all done. It should look pretty good. Little change to the scenery here, which was due, because it's been 10 years. So, right? Hello, Miss Walters. Ooh, say hello. No, don't worry, that's just the camera. She's scared of a camera. The camera on top has this big microphone. You guys can't see it, but she's like, what is that thing? I'm scared of that thing. Okay. Oh, and she flew away. Let me go get her. She's all good. I got her. No, I'm not gonna show you the mic again. You got scared. I know. All right, back to work. So, ta-da! Finished product. The whole wall is painted. A couple hours later, and Miss Walters is going and going like crazy. You can hear the sounds in the background. Can you hear that? So yeah, now it's time to hang everything up. I love this photo. Jessica made this for me probably a couple years back from Washington State. This is a beautiful piece. Love that. And then we're gonna hang all the other stuff here. Remember, a lot of you guys are new subscribers, so you might not remember. She's going crazy. There's Honey. A lot of you might not remember Milo. Milo was a beautiful kitty. He was with us for many years, and he died about 4 years ago. And then we picked up Honey about 3.5 years ago, so that's gonna go back on a wall. Gonna hang this back up. It's my play button from YouTube. This vintage clock. This is pretty cool. Craigslist Hunter made out of wood on like a CNC machine. There's Honey and Ruby here. Well, actually this was Milo. Then a couple of these. They're pretty cool. Here's another wooden plaque with my name on it. Another wooden plaque right here. This one is very cool. And I got this from Rick from Pawn Stars back in the day. So yeah, some of these things are going back on a wall. This is cool. I like this sign a lot. Bears fans parking. Packers fans go home. Love this sign. So all right, time to put this back on. So came out pretty good, I think. I like it. I like the light gray color. Right, baby? Yeah, you like it too? Yeah, of course you do. So a lot of times you guys hear me in my negotiations when I talk to the customers. A lot of times I'll tell them, hey, listen, I don't run a charity shop. It's like my phrase. I say that kind of a lot because I really truly don't. You know, this is not like a resale shop that it's a donation place and people donate stuff to me and I'm just reselling. I'm not a thrift shop. This is a true resale shop. I'm not also a pawn shop. I do not do any loans in here. So we strictly buy, sell, and trade here. When I say I'm not a charity, when people, you know, come in and want to sell me something, I need to have my margins, right? So, and mainly because I need to have these margins on certain items because I have so many expenses. So I got a little cheat sheet here that I'm going to go off because there's a lot of numbers to cover. And I'm going to start off first with employees. And employees are probably the #1 expense and the #1 principle of this business to be successful. It's very hard to get good, dependable employees, and especially when you run this type of business, when you deal with a lot of money, meaning cash. There's lots of transactions in and out. So my cost of running all the employees that work for me is 15 grand a month. So that's 5 full-time employees including me. And also you're not seeing him, that also includes behind the camera Carlos, so my videographer and editor. That's all bundled in that price. And my salary is in it too. So 5 full-time employees plus the cameraman who shoots these videos. That's costing me 15 grand. So the next big expense after payroll and the employees is this building. So I don't own it, I lease it, and my monthly expense on this building is 5 grand. Yep, 5 G's. So it's a big chunk of expense. And of course now, besides just the building, you got lots of other things that quickly tack onto that, which are all the utilities to keep this building going. And when I say utilities, gas and electric is usually about $2,300–2,400 a month, and it will vary, right? So like in the winter time, the gas would be about $2,000 and the electric would be about $300–400. Now when you flip that to summertime, it would be totally opposite. The electric would be about $2,000 because I'm running AC all the time, and then the gas would be just a very little that, you know, that runs my water heater basically, and that changes to like a couple $100 a month. But on average, it's about $2,400, so that's a big expense. Then I have like the telephone and the internet, which is about $150 a month. A water bill, which is usually about hovering about $50, you know, 50, 60, 70, sometimes depends, maybe a little bit more in the summertime. Trash, $150 a month. Trash actually doubled in price within the last couple of years. So, and then insurance. Insurance also doubled since pre-pandemic. I was paying here about $1,700 a year in insurance. Right now I'm paying $300 a month, which is $3,600 a year. Insurance went up big time. So all the utilities, all of them together, a little bit over $3,000, $3,050 what I got on my sheet. So that's a big expense of this business as well. And the last kind of big expense that I have on my sheet is it's kind of miscellaneous stuff. And when I say miscellaneous, it's like food for the animals, obviously. I got Honey and Ruby here, right? I buy water for everybody here in the shop. There's always, you know, water available, bottled water, office supplies, shipping supplies, gas for running the snow blowers and lawnmowers that we are selling here. That kind of adds up to about $1,500 a month. And it will be plus minus, you know, 100 or so every month. Overall, total, for everything that we talked about, the full-time employees, the rent, all the utilities, and the miscellaneous stuff, comes up to $24,550. So it's a big nut, 25 grand a month. So that's why you guys hear me a lot of times say, I don't run a charity here, because I truly don't. These are real expenses. All these employees depend on me, and it's something that I always have it in the back of my mind, that I need to take care of these people that work for me, you know? So the margins are gotta be there. It's a weird business, right? Because it's very, very hard to predict from month to month how much you're gonna make. And the reason I say that, because it's all depends on what walks in through that door. You know, we have months that good stuff comes in and we are doing really good, and then we have months that kind of mediocre, and then there's stuff that it's like, gosh, I don't even know if I want to buy this. Am I going to make any money? So it's very kind of unpredictable. I do have a pretty good understanding now for doing this now for 20 years, you know, what I can roughly expect, but every year is definitely different. Economy has got a lot to do with it as well. Like right now, I think we are going into overall big time recession, that people are tight with their money, what they're spending on, but they're selling a lot, right? So I have a lot of opportunities to buy, but not as many people are purchasing things. So it's a big roller coaster. It all depends, you know, how economy is doing, how well we gonna do too. And actually, believe it or not, the shittier the economy, the better it is business for me. If it's a really good economy, it's harder to buy things. So it's like this all the time. So I hope this sheds some light on how much it could possibly cost to run a business like this. Now it all gonna depends how big you want to be, right? You don't have to be that big right off the get-go. I wasn't that big right off the get-go. When we started the shop, we had a lot smaller place. We only had a couple employees. So it all makes a difference, and you slowly over the years work to things bigger and better. Also, it makes a big difference how much initial investments you have available to open up a store like this, right? Because you do have to have a merchandise and a bankroll to buy things every month when they come in. But at least that gives you a pretty good idea, if you are planning to run a business similar to mine, what you can expect, how much would it cost you on a monthly basis to run operation like this. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It was a little bit different, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.